Did you know that if you're the proud owner of a Chevy Corvette, you could have a car that's as reliable as a Toyota? Or you could be the embarrassed owner of something that belongs in a junkyard. Hey, don't just guess. We've got the list you need to find the Corvettes at the top and the ones that flop. Hello and what's up, guys? I'm Bradley and welcome back to Hot Cars. The 2004 Corvette C5. Yes, in this video we're playing Corvette Roulette. And if you own one of America's sports cars, you're probably already wondering if you're a winner or a loser. Well, if you're the owner of a C5 Vet, then you're coming up trumps. Well, sort of. You see, when new models get released, there are usually some teething problems, and the C5 certainly had plenty of those. By the end of its run, the C5 had become a bulletproof motor that drivers still rave about today. The 2004 model is old, but it's particularly renowned for its durability and can still manage a score of 4.7 out of 5 for reliability. Unlike most old-timers, it can still get the job done without any little blue pills. And a message to my favorite part of the Hot Cars fan base out there, yes, the cheapskates at the back, with myself, this rocket can be yours for as little as 24 G's. 1998 Corvette C5. I'm sure that'll keep you happy, won't it? Well, C5 owners aren't going to be pleased, I know. You see, some model years from the 5th gen Corvette do belong in the junkyard. Yeah, deep down in that junkyard, where only spiders and crazy hoarders dare to venture. The 1998 model clocked up over 400 complaints to NHTSA. That's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration for you newbies. And cheapskates, don't be tempted by the tantalizing price tag on this model. Seriously, don't do it. You've been warned. These cars suffered ghastly troubles like sudden power loss to the engine and dodgy power steering, making it one sports car that America doesn't want. 2009 Corvette C6. One car we do all want is the 2009 C6 Corvette. This car gets a 4.8 out of 5 for reliability, which puts it up there with a Toyota. But this thing doesn't shift like a Yaris. The infamous C6 ZR1 came with a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 that armed it with 638 horsepower and 604 pound-feet of torque. Woo! This Vet could go from 0 to 60 in under 3.5 seconds, making it faster than you on Black Friday. Now, if all that interests you, and you'd be nuttier than a bear scat if it didn't, then you'd be happy to hear that you can get yourself an 09 Corvette for just over 40,000 bucks these days. 2002 Corvette C5. Sorry, C5 owners, I'm not quite done with you guys yet. I simply need to mention the 2005 C5. And it's not as reliable as a Hilux. There were 211 complaints made against the 2005 Vet, mainly for electrical system and transmission problems. While this one isn't quite as bad as the 98 models, it's probably not one to take a risk on. Listen to Uncle Bradley, folks. Keep your hard-earned money and put it towards the next car on our list. 2016 Corvette C7. The C7 was the last front-engine Corvette that Chevy produced, and boy, did they go out with a bang. No, not in a bad way. This model ran on the LT1 6.2-liter V8 that churned out a whopping 455 horsepower. And for all those who didn't quite make it to become a fighter pilot, don't worry, there's a C7 for you. The Z06 had a staggering 650 horsepower and could get to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds flat. And that might not even be the best bit about this car. You see, this model scores a perfect 5 from 5 for reliability and a 5 for 5 on owner satisfaction. Man, this thing's got stats like Clyde the Glide. 2005 Corvette C6. This next one's not quite a slam dunk, though. The 2009 C6 was epic, but the earlier years for this 6th generation were less than spectacular. The 2005 model had a shocking 500 complaints against it. It was recalled 6 times. The transmission was suspect, as were many of the electrical components. The shifter stuck, and the battery carried less electricity than Fred Flintstone's car. You could pick up one of these misfits for around 20 grand, but my advice is to leave it where it sits. 2019 Corvette C7. The 7th Series Corvette reached its peak when it went into its final year. This model got top marks across the board, and the pick of the bunch was the ZR1. This car had a vertebrae-crunching 755 horsepower. Yeah, that'll take you from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. But wait. Before you rush out to buy one, you better put a for sale sign in your yard, because even now, these awesome Vets are averaging out at almost 200,000 bucks. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to... I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to mention the worst model year in recent history for the Corvette. This dubious honor goes to... the 2017 C7. Car Complaints rates this car so low it's practically in Australia. So avoid that one too. So there you go. Now you know the Corvette highs and the lows. Thanks for watching and playing Corvette Roulette. See you next time.